Hello, good evening, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is our Strength and Swings class. We'll play with our kettlebell and our strength as we progress our skills. Last week we were working on our get-ups and our cleans and presses, and we'll continue that, but in a slightly different manner. First, let's start with a nice body warm-up, kettlebell off to the side, and then we'll progress.
Starting with those feet, peel a heel off the ground, feeling that hamstring engage. We'll call that our lunge foot. Then go towards the outside on the balls of feet, and then push towards that inside. Then maybe allow yourself to go towards that pointed foot, and again, everything perhaps flex over those toes. Then utilize those toes to press into the ground. Don't go anywhere quite yet, but push that front foot into the ground, feel the hip engage, and drive the heel towards the floor. We'll try that same effort on the other side. It initiates with that hamstring pull or a knee bend, feeling tension through the back of the leg. At this place, just find the outside border of the foot, keep the big toe down, and then bring it towards the middle. Keep the pinky down. Now the pinky will leave, most likely, as you go to the point, and then the flex over. Then return, pressing the toes to the ground. Pause for a second, don't go anywhere yet, but drive that front leg into the floor, and then extend the hip with a butt squeeze. Together, we'll go knees over toes now. Press those knees over toes. Perhaps shift your weight towards that left and or right. And then could you try to go either lower or further forward? And as always, extend those hips coming home safe. Repeat again, knees over toes. This time, stay the same height, but peel the heels off the ground. Hang out here, then press knees down and extend those hips forward. Repeating as we transition towards the floor now, we'll go knees over toes, peel up the heels staying the same height, and then lower yourself through your toe squat. From here, we'll place hands to the floor, modify as you need, and a quick wrist warm up to get us going on the ground here. Fingertips first, callus lines next, full hands, blood donation forward, armpits pull down. From here, pull the hands along the floor and then encourage your shoulders to go over the wrists in extension. Then push the floor forward through the hands, hinging on those hips, keeping a tailbone long. As you push the floor forward, we go back. Then switch, pull, feel tension. Your body may move, extend that wrist, and then press the floor forward. Keep the tailbone long. One last time, pull forward, extension on the wrist, then push through the ground, back, and up. We'll do one more with this. We'll turn the hands sideways. Fingertips first, callus lines next, then hands. Blood donations forward, shoulders low. From here, I'll press energy through my right hand, shifting my weight to the left, and then feel the tension on the left as we then press left to switch to the right. Push one way, body goes the other. My last repetition, I'll push to the left, all the way to the right, and then that last half rep to center. Then press the floor, push the fingers away. Assemble now in a lunge stance with the foot out front. Check, check. Hike a hip, pull a hip low. Think about being level in this plane, up and down around Travolta's. And then we have the hip scoops. So tuck forward to start, push your tailbone away, and find center in those ranges. From here, we'll take that leg to the side, wiggle it out there, and then the leg that's lateral, have that same hand across the chest. With your chin tucked in and crown head high, add our rotation, looking to the side of the room that your leg's pointing to. Then through the upper body or torso, rotate that as to line up your sternum in the same direction. Then rotate your head to center, rotate the chest back to center, and repeat. Chin tuck rotation, head, neck. Then fasten a seatbelt, shoulders connect towards that hip. Like our get-ups will be here in Lauren's practice, now let's hinge on the hip and place a hand on the floor and then slowly look towards the floor and let the rib cage follow. Initiate the up movement here by looking up with the head, neck, and then press the floor away, rotating through the body. One last time, we'll look down to the floor, rotation through the rib cage, And the last repetition, we'll look up, press the floor away, push the floor through, extending hips, and then square up that side, and then hip core tension, back to standing. We'll just shake that out. You doing okay there? Need a Band-Aid?
Yep. Might need a Band-Aid break later, but for now I'm okay.
All right, great. Well, let's actually just get back down in that lunge with the other leg. Ooh, which one is that? There we go, it's that right one. So again, we'll assemble in that lunge here and always be mindful of the hip hike and the pull down, aiming to get level. Repeat 1 or 2 more, hip hike and down. Then that front back direction has the scoop and then the tilt as the tailbone might reach back. One more time of each, we'll tuck under. Think about pulling this femur into the hip to tip those hips back. Find your safe, strong level. Open that leg to the side, hand across the body. From here, rotation head neck. Rotation through the rib cage, head neck to center, torso to center. Adding on the chin tuck to rotation. Then the rib cage rotation. Then hinge on that hip. Have your hand find the floor, and then look down at the hand and let the rib cage or T-spine follow. Now look up to the ceiling, press the floor away, keep pulling that armpit down low, and look to the ground. Add that rotation. For the last one, we'll look up, the rib cage will follow, press the floor away, assemble yourself back in that lunge, and I didn't mean to get up the last time, so let's just pull this leg back underneath for now. Let's just quickly get up through that hinge, or our down dog. Fingertips, callus lines, hands. Push the floor forward and pull the knees into those hips. That's a nice little active hover here. Push the floor forward through the hands and pull the knees off the ground. Then, keeping your tailbone long, lift your butt to the ceiling as our down dog or A-frame, and gently extend through the knees. And breathe. Then bend the knees towards that bear hover again. Tip your tailbone to the ceiling or that anterior tip of hips. Press the hands through the floor, lifting the hips up. And then tip your tailbone again before you straighten the knees. Maintain the core tension, the length through those hamstrings, and then bend them one last time. We'll get up this time as we press the floor away, hips rise. Then use those hands, press back to a hinge, and extend the hips through and shake. I see some planks, I see some Cossacks coming up here. I'm excited to see and feel what Lauren has in store for us.
All right, we will continue into the planks. So give yourself some room. Let's use our hinge and walk ourselves back out, but this time to our plank position. So chopping those hips back, we'll tip forward and end up in our high plank. So hands are under shoulders, toes are tucked, and we're tucking our hips under, squeezing our butt, pulling the floor together underneath us. Right now we're at the top of our kettlebell swing. All that brace, but you're also breathing behind that shield. Hold for 3, 2, then let's slowly lower ourselves to the floor via our push down, flip over, and we'll pattern a get up to stand up. Lying on your back, one arm above your shoulder in your firing range position, same leg bent. Use that foot to push into the floor, extend your hip, pull to that tall elbow. From there, finding your tall sit, pulling the shoulder down, bridging to lift, sweeping the leg, pressing the floor away, front foot moves, and nice controlled up to tall. Now once here, let's pull that kettlebell down, back to the rack position, and toss it off to the side. From here, we're gonna start in our wide stance, toes slightly turned out. Before we go anywhere, let's grip the floor with our feet, engaging those arches and those glutes, and pull the floor together underneath you. Feel those adductors. Now push away, and push away so much your knees straighten that if you kept pushing, you couldn't actually squat. So you're actually gonna pull so much that your knees bend and come down into that partial squat position. Now from here, we're going to press one leg long, drifting a knee towards over the toe, pressing our hips forward here. holding. Let's try to keep a roof on our head as we then pull on that straight leg and pull ourselves across. Again, pressing that knee towards a toe and the hips are forward. Pull on that straight leg. Maybe each time you're sinking just a little bit lower, you may have to widen that stance as we go here through this Cossack squat. Let's hold, and then one more time, pull on that straight leg, and then press through the bent leg. Good. This time we'll come through center, and then push down to stand up tall. Heel toe yourself through, and we're gonna walk back out to our plank again. Because we're gonna be doing some single arm swings later today, we're gonna end up in our 3-point plank. So what I recommend is start right now with your feet in your hip width, your swing hinge stance. So feet probably are slightly wider than your hips. Keep them there. Push your hips back like you would in your swing. Then walk yourself out to your high plank. Tuck your hips, brace your core, end up in that tall position. You're at the top of your single arm swing, so that means we're going to try to take a hand away, transferring weight into 3 points of contact for 3, 2, place that hand down, switch sides. As you're here, keep those hips square to the floor. Breathe, squeeze your butt one more time each side as we go through this. Breathing, square up. Last one here. Transfer, hold. Now come to 2 hands, adjust your feet as needed, slowly press down or push up down. Flip back to your backside, and we'll do our get up. Body weight on that second side you didn't do the first time through. Hip drive, pull on elbow. Find your hand, press the floor away, sweeping, hand leaves floor, front foot moves, both legs help you up, and then again, pull that bell down with control, engaging that lat, and let it go.
And chuck it to the side.
Chuck it to the side. All right, let's end up one more time in that wide Cossack squat. So I'm even wider than my sumo squat here. First, I'll pull myself down. Then I'll press myself one way, drifting that knee towards over the toe. Bringing the ceiling down, I'm gonna pull across and try to stay low, sending that knee towards over the toe. One more time each side here, pulling and pushing between sides, staying up tall with that nice spine, as you can see. One more time the other way with Ian's profile there. We'll pull to center, and then we'll press to tall. Whew. Great. So we're breaking down, and wiggle right out. We're breaking down our get up today. The past 2 weeks, we started from the top and gone down and gone back up. This week, we're gonna start from the bottom. First round today, lying on our back, cuddle roll press. First move for 3 in a row. To the elbow, to your back. To your elbow, to your back. Nice. 3 times. Pick your bell, come on down to the floor. No rules. And let's start in our cuddle position.
All right.
From your cuddle position here, we'll roll with 2 hands onto our, let me just get in the frame here. Onto our back, press that kettlebell up, set up in your get up stance, hip drive, pull on elbow, hold for 3, 2, control to your back. Repeat again. Hip drive, pull on elbow, hold. 3, 2, control to your back. One last time. Hip drive, pull. Shoulders are stacked, looking at your bell. Control to your back. Other hand comes on the bell. Pull your bell down, keeping that vertical forearm, and then cuddle it to the floor. We'll let that go, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. I had a bit of a argument with an X-Acto knife today. That's what I keep looking at my hand. Obviously it won. Not too much though. 2 hands onto your side from the cuddle.
Just call for that medic and I'll bring you a Band-Aid.
Okay. Roll to your back. Press. Just the ambulance. Ready? Push your foot into the floor. Extend your hip. Pull on your elbow. Hold. 3, 2, to your backside. Control down. Repeat again. Up. Try to keep that long leg heavy on the floor. And back down. One last time. Use the hip extension and pull. And last time to your back, pressing away from your elbow. 2 hands pulling the bell down. Cuddle and roll. To stand up, the only rule is don't use your hands. Stand up, no hands. Nice.
Great.
Tricky, great. To our single leg squats we've been working on. We're going to stand on a single leg, take that other leg up, touching the ankle, both knees pointing forward. First time through, knee goes over toe. Then let's sit that hip back into our chair. Hang out in that low position for 3, 2, extend the hip, pressing it through.
Ooh.
Repeat again. Knee towards over the toe. Sit back in your chair. Hold. 3, 2, press through to tall. 2 is good. We have lots on the menu tonight, so shake it out. Same thing other side. Grip that foot with the floor. Knees are pointed forward. First move. Knee towards over the toe. Sit back in your hips. Hold. 3, 2, press through to tall. Hip extension. Again, knee towards over your toe. Sit back. Own it. Hold it. And then press to tall. Whew. Take a second. Wipe your brow. Next move, starting from the ground, we'll get to, this is great having a model, to the elbow, to the hand. Then we're gonna sweep, lift and sweep, and then you're gonna sweep back, and then you're gonna sweep back. 3 sweeps, and then all the way back down to your back, all the way back down to your back. Good. And we'll do that now with our kettlebell. So come on down to the floor. 3 sweeps and back down. From your kettle position, roll to your back. 2-handed press. From here, first move, elbow. Then find your hand. From your hand, bridge sweep, hold. 3, 2, you're gonna sweep and just find your bum. 3, 2, bridge sweep, hold. 3, 2, hold in your sit. 1 last sweep, lift and sweep. And then back through to your elbow, press away from your elbow to your back. 2 hands, pull the bell down and cuddle it with control. Let it go, rotate around your bell and repeat the same thing on that second side here. Always starting in your cuddle position, close to that pinky side of the bell. 2-handed roll, 2-handed press. Set up. Use the hip drive, pull to the elbow. Find the hand in your tall sit, bridge, sweep. 3, 2, sweep to your tall sit. Bridge, sweep. 3, 2, one more time to that tall sit. And last lift and sweep. And then through to the elbow and away from your elbow to the floor. 2 hands to pull down, roll to your side. And again, same rules, no rules, but no hands to stand up. Ooh, nice. Back to tall.
Have you ever successfully kipped up in your life?
Yeah, in gymnastics I did, but it was probably a sprung floor. And I was 8, so I wasn't scared of getting the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah, the roll-ups are kind of all right, those kip-ups.
Yeah,
holy cow.
safety first.
Next level.
Okay. We're going to extend our leg this time. So we're going to get back to that single leg position. Send our knee towards over the toe. Then sit back in your chair. Now hang out in your chair, but try to straighten out that leg. Press out of your chair to tall. Bend knee. One more time. Knee towards over toe. Sit back into the chair. Extend the leg, hold. Press to tall. Bring the knee in. Place it down. Switch sides. Shake. Switch sides. Foot comes up. Knee over toe, that dorsiflex ankle first. Then sit back. Extend the leg and hold. Press to tall. One more. Knee over toe. Sit back into the chair. Hold. Extend the knee. Press through. Whew. Shake it off. All right. This next one is more similar to last week. We're going to do a full get up, all the way up, loaded. Da, 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 da. Once up there, control the pull down. Step, clean it, rack it, press it, get back down with it. Okay, full get up all the way back to your backside. We'll come to the floor, pick your bell. Let's perform this on our first side, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm trying to set up so I won't end up with my back to you. Here we go. From that cuddle position, two-handed roll, two-handed press. Full get up. Hip extension, pull an elbow. Find your hand. Bridge and sweep. Hand presses away. Front foot rotates. Press to tall. From here, pull that bell down with control. Step your feet, clean it again to the rack position. Press it again. And then get back down. Step back lunge. Front foot opens. Rotate, use that hinge to stack your shoulders. Sweep, elbow, and control to your back. Two hands, bell pulls down, and cuddles. Whew. Rotate around your bell. Take your time. How'd that feel?
Oh, me or them?
Anybody
Great.
who wants to talk.
I do really love those partial get-ups. It allows you to fill in the gaps. I like it.
Spend more time under that bell. That's the name of the game here. From the cuddle position on that second side, roll and press. Here we go. To the elbow, to the hand. From the hand to the sweep. Pressing the floor away, extending the hips, lining up the lunge, up to tall. Pull the bell down with control. Clean it. Press it. Whoa. And get back down. Step back.
That sounded like a 20.
Front foot. Rotate hinge. Sometimes that first press, even though you're under the load, that first press, two hands pulling that bell down and cuddle. All right. Kip up. Or a version of.
A
safer version. We have one more round of through this. So in this squat progression, we're going to progress, but with our two legs underneath us. Just going to step over here with our feet in parallel in a fairly narrow stance. Let's pull ourselves down, knees over toes, and then sit back a little bit and end up in the bottom of what will be our pistol squat. So one day this will be on one leg. While we're down here, can we keep our chest nice and extended, spine long? Hang out for a couple more seconds, maybe a light shift to the right, a light shift to the left, and then press through both to extend. Woo. Yeah. Sorry, I'm dragon breathing today. Same thing again. From that narrow stance, let's pull ourselves down, knees towards over the toes. Keep sinking, keep sinking, keep sinking as low as you can safely go, nice long spine. This time, when we transfer weight, could we lift the foot off the floor and then put it back? And switch lifting the foot off the floor and put it back under us. And then with 2 feet down, press to tall. Ooh. Shaking it out. We have one more get up progression. You could choose to do any of the previous 3 drills we did, the first move, the sweep, or the last one we did with a single. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to the floor. I'm gonna stand up through my get up. I'm gonna pull my bell down, clean it, press it once, but then I'm gonna do it again. Pull it down, clean it, press it for 2, and then get back to the floor via the get up. If 2 is too many for you, stick to 1, or do a regular get up, or as mentioned, do any of the previous exercises. Coming down, we always start in that cuddle position, rolling to our back and pressing the bell. Use the hip drive, pulling to the elbow, find the hand, lift and sweep, press the floor away, hip extend, front foot moves. Now that we're up here, we're going to, with control, pull the bell down, clean it to rack, and press it. Pull it down again, clean it to rack, and press it.
There you go.
Leg you can touch, drop back lunge, open, rotate hinge, stack those shoulders before you sweep, to the elbow, and away from your elbow to the back. Pull the bell down, cuddle with control, and let it go. Whew. Take a second off. That was good. Clean and a press in a row with a heavy bell is always a challenge, but one I like to take. You?
Always, especially with this weight.
Good. Ian had a little bit, we're cutting some trees down, don't worry, no fingers were lost in the process.
We're all here.
But a little worked. So what's interesting though is Ian just doing this whole workout with a body weight / a paperweight dumbbell.
I'm sweaty.
So don't feel like you have to use a lot of load to get a nice workout in. From that cuddle position, roll to your back and press. Hip extend, pull an elbow. Find your hand. Bridge and sweep. Hand leaves floor. Front foot moves. Up to tall. When you're ready, pull it down. Clean and press. One more time. Pull it down. Clean and press. Step back that leg you can touch. Front foot opens. Rotate hinge, stacking those shoulders. Sweeping to the elbow and slowly to your back. With two hands, last pull down, last cuddle here. We'll stand up with those rules still intact.
No hands.
No hands. We have one more single leg squat activity, and then we're gonna get into some swings tonight. So, last single leg progression. Again, either revisiting any of the previous ones we did tonight or work on your pistol squat. What that means is we'll take that single leg up, we'll straighten it out front, and as safe and low as you can go, pull yourself down with control, but also be able to stand back up. Repeat again, pull yourself low and up to tall. Return the leg, shake it out. Take a nice breath, and same thing on the other side. Pulling that leg up, extending it out, pulling yourself down. Control, and up. One more time, pulling down, and up. Nice.
Little tap down there.
That's okay. Shaking it out. All right, tonight, swings. We're gonna do 5 sets and add a rep each set if you'd like. We're gonna start at the number 6. I'm gonna go 6 single arm swings. Then Ian's gonna do his set. I'll do my left arm, same number. Alternating, I'm the I, he's the you. I know that's confusing.
And together we'll go.
So I'm gonna start, we're going tonight, ideally 6, 7, 8, 7, 6. That's our pyramid. First arm, 6 swings.
Pack the shoulder, high tension on that swing. Lauren's always ready for that punch, and I know she'll play that same testing drill with me. I'll be using body weight and invite you to do the same if this one arm swing is new for you. But here we go.
So 6 single arm swings for Team Ian here. Chopping those hips back, popping them through, rooting the feet, bracing the core, squeezing the butt, just like we did in the plank. Ooh, you didn't park your imaginary
Oh, you're
bell.
right. It's important, phase it out. Warren's so right on that. Even if you're doing the pretend thing without that kettlebell, phase it like you're doing the real thing, and that does include the park. But here again, Lauren's feet are heavy on the ground. That breathing match is there. And then again, great park.
Thank you. Team Ian, 6 reps. Team Lauren, we are shaking it out in between and staying loose. Getting ready here for our second set of 5, where we'll add our rep and get to 7 on each arm. Here we go, first side.
Those pyramids are nice. They add that slow accumulation to the new volume. 7 repetitions, and every rep is the same. Lauren's getting that bell towards that chest height, or maybe even higher today. Holy, she might have eaten some Wheaties.
Wheaties, more like salted peanut butter and toast.
Nice.
Anyway, and coffee. Driving those hips through, planking at the top, squeezing the butt, bracing the core, and always keeping that shoulder packed.
Whew.
Second side for 7.
In this bodyweight way, I'm working on the timing, and Lauren's doing such a good job with that too. She's holding the tall planks position and letting the bell return towards the hips before she initiates the hinge. It's stronger, it's safer, and it's hard without a load as well.
As you recover here and let Team Ian go, or if you're with Team Ian, make sure you're matching those breaths to the hip snap. If you're with me, try to slow the breath down. Strong exhales. Inhale. Peak of the pyramid, 8s.
Hitting that number 8, power up. Pull that kettlebell back and fire it with full body tension. As again, Lauren is ready for that ab test. Breathing behind that shield and staying strong in her entire sets. And our time for 8.
You go now. As you do this, that off arm is swinging with you. It extends behind you and it comes through either to that wrap position or to tap the bell in front. Whichever you choose, make sure your shoulders are square at the top. Second side.
That's right. No Elvis twist. Prevent that rotation in your swing. It's like Lauren's single leg arm plank that we started with. Your foundation stays the same. Transfer weight to your feet, your core. Avoid the rotation or twist.
Whoops. Maybe needed a Band-Aid before we started this, but that's okay. As we drive through here, feet are pushing into the floor. Hips are extending. Good. That brace at the top. And still, that strong exhale as we go. We're coming back down the pyramid. We're at 7s on each side.
I'm finding these bodyweight repetitions easier on my heart rate, but hard on my hamstrings as you really try to add that tension component to your swing. As Lauren's doing, keep your power. Stay powerful in your swing and park with grace.
All right.
This is the second set of...
First set
7.
of 7. 7 reps, that is. This is your 4th round of 5 rounds. Breathing, off arm, both hips, brace. Maybe you can't think about all those things at once, but really think about at least one of them.
One at a time and 1 rep at a time, staying powerful all the time. Lauren's off arm again is mimicking that racked position with her packed shoulders on both sides, helping to keep yourself square.
All right, Team Ian. Last set of 7s here. And we have 1 more round after this. Staying loose in between. Shake out your grip. Shake out your legs. Pull that breath in. Last set, 6s.
Right where we started here. Go up, come back down. We started strong, and we're going to finish stronger here. That shoulder blade is packed. The timing is still there. Keep going, Lauren, unless you're done.
I'm done.
Then I guess it's our turn.
All right, last set here for Team Ian. Well, last set. 6 here. Bell falls back, bell drives through. Still keeping that breath, that strong exhale. Last time, Team Lauren, last set of 6.
Packing the shoulder, and again, finishing with integrity here. Lauren conditioned us to slow down that exhale in recovery, but in this moment of swinging, tie it to that moment of exertion.
Good. Don't worry, I'll wipe that bell before we have people back in studio. Last set of 6 here. Driving through, extending the hips. Plank position on everyone. Strong exhale. Finish the way you started. Put your bell down. Try to close your mouth. Open your nose. Take some nice slow breaths. On this one, take an inhale. And then force that exhale. Repeat again. Inhale. Filling belly and rib cage. And exhale. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, belly. And exhale. 1 more time, I lost count. Inhale. And exhale. And shake it out. Try that breath a couple times when I finish my runs. I like to finish, and then I like to really force that exhale out. Get rid of that carbon dioxide. And fill with oxygen. Try it. Doesn't have to be after a run. Could be after you climb the stairs. Go for a walk. Anytime. It's great. All right, I want to finish today because we've been on a press kick here. So whether you use the same bell that you're using in today's class, you drop down in bell size, that's up to you, we're gonna do 1 set of presses. Max reps, and I say it with these because I want you to finish with strength and integrity, and I don't want a sloppy last rep. So that last rep, be able to finish it out.
What's your number there, Lauren?
I am gonna use this bell, so I'm thinking around the 4 to 6 range here.
Nice.
4
I
to
picked that
6.
middle number like 5.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go nice and slow on my push-ups, so I won't be using a kettlebell here either, but practice tension techniques. Lauren, cue them when to press.
When you're ready, first side. Here we go. Hip hinge, grip back, and it's up. That was like silent mode.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that one. I did 1 repetition of a press up there in the time that Lauren did her 5 reps of
6.
6 reps. Amazing.
6.
6 reps.
Not that I want to brag, I just
But we'll have a second side.
make note.
Time under tension. Train with that time under tension.
All right. You know, I'm really impressed that I haven't bled on this fine white shirt here. It's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Second side, last set of reps here for today. Pump them out. Hinge grip, up, up, press it. Yeah.
That sounded easier than the other side there, Lauren.
Yeah, sometimes that left side just surprises me. I meant to tell you some secrets in between doing those, like rooting your feet and using all your power. I hope you thought of that, because I failed to mention it.
Full body tension.
Full body tension. Let's finish with a quick stretch or adductor opener from the floor, and we'll call it an evening. Come on down to that tall kneel position.
Oops.
From here, let's bring a single leg out front, heel toe it out to the side, and then keep heel toeing it so it ends up out to the side with a straight knee. Right now that full foot is down as best as we can. I'm pretty stacked right here on my body. My knee is under my hip, under my shoulder, chest. Let's gently tilt our tailbone to the wall behind us, keep our spine nice and long, and hinge our hips back, placing our hands on the floor. From here, do a quick check-in. Is your tailbone still long, tilted to the ceiling? Are your shoulders retracted and your heart pressing forward into that extension? Keeping the tail long, could you push the floor forward, sending your hips back? Feeling that adductor there. And then pull on the floor, bringing yourself through. Let's change our foot so that just the instep is down and the lateral border is up. Again, tailbone long, press your hips back. And then pull on the floor, rocking forward. We'll do 1 more rotation with that leg hip, externally rotating it, trying to bring the inseam forward. Keep the tailbone long and that inseam forward as you rock back. Breathing, lengthening. Pull yourself back to center. Put the foot down. Press the floor away, extend the hip. Heel toe that foot around to the front. Bring it underneath. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Foot comes up in front. Heel toes open. Gets long leg. Full foot down right away. Stack, stack. Tilt the tail. Send the hips back. Hands find the floor. Ooh, different on this side. I feel ya. With that tail long, push the hands forward, sending the hips back. And breathe. And then pull on the floor, bringing yourself forward. This time, that lateral border of the foot leaves the floor. The instep is down, the tailbone still long. Push the hips back. And then use the floor to pull yourself forward again. One last time, heel stays down, externally rotate or open up that inseam. Keeping the tailbone long, send the hips back again. Breathing. And then pull yourself through. Place the foot on the floor, press the hands away. Heel toe the leg back through center, wipe your brow, and let's say goodbye. Thank you for joining us on another Strength and Swings class. I'm Lauren.
I'm Ian.
And this is Bars and Bells, where we do our strength workout like this hard, once a week. And then we practice the basics tomorrow morning, and we practice our body weight and bar skills another times of the week. Join us on our membership at barsandbells.com/membership. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Any questions, let us know. But until next time, take care, stay strong, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Get you that Band-Aid now, Lauren.
Get you that Band-Aid.
Working out so hard.